right, everybody. Welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 869 for this beautiful Thursday evening. Brandy's seeing clearer now, and we want to say thank you for being here on this beautiful evening because we're going to have technique, we're going to have content, we're going to have all kinds of good stuff to help you pass these exams. We're going to go over 6 different questions, 6 different exams. It's going to be great. So, who are all these people? Well, the one that spins the records, answers the phones, text messages, that'd be me. That's Andy. But you're not here for me. You're here for Brandy, the one who is slowly but surely settling down into doing this as she adjusts everything. But she's got her Series 6. She's got her 63. She's got her 26, 65, and that Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know so that way you too can get a pass notice and walk into those clients' houses and help them lower them tax liabilities, because we are in the IRS tax season, and you definitely want to take advantage of having these licenses because it is the season, as they say, right? It is the season. I just want to say also, I just want to say thank you to everybody as I've gone through losing one of my best friends in the entire world, my mentor, my brother, he was my dad for a minute even, and it's been a tough week, but I like to say thank you to all those who text messaged me and praying for me. It's been very, very helpful. And as soon as the storm clears out, then I'm sure I'll be able to mourn a little bit, but it has been crazy. And speaking of crazy and praying for people, I wanted to say prayers for Rose and Jean, and I want to say Jonna. That's right, Jonna. I said you. They've been going through some stuff, and I just want to say prayers for them. They need some healing. They need some prayers and some definitely some love. So if you would please give them some prayers and for them as they go through what they're going through as well. I believe in power of prayer. I really do. I believe in families and people who pray together. They're a lot stronger for it. So if you're going through something, let me know. I think it's important. I think faith is very important. I think, positivity is very important. We talk about these things all the time. Guys, it's all part of, we always think like mental toughness is like, mental toughness, right? Like you're never weak, right? Oh, never get knocked down. If I get knocked down, I'm going to punch back, right? All the memes, right? All the different things we see on the internet. But sometimes mentally tough it takes in different likenesses. Sometimes being mentally tough is being faithfully tough too. Having faith when all the storms are there and you're not sure if the rain's ever going to let up. That's when you got to have faith. That's when you really got to pour into faith. I know that there's a lot of people who believe in different faiths on here, but for me, I believe in God. I believe in Jesus as my savior, and I believe in that. And I've always felt that no matter what, you just have to keep faith. That's the whole thing. No matter what storm there is, there's always going to be a rainbow at the other end. There's always going to be that silver lining in the cloud. But guess what? There is no silver or linings if you don't have clouds. They just go together. So when you see the clouds, know that you're just being prepared. And I'm always reminded by the buffalo as well. You guys know buffalo are the only animals that don't go running from storms. They go running into the storm because they know the fastest way through a storm is to just run into it, because then the storm passes over you faster. So sometimes when you see a storm coming, it's better to just take it head on and go right at it instead of trying to run from it. You know what I mean? And sometimes you just have to have that faith and just that power and will to go. And I'm going to relate it into your studying. Right now, you guys might be going through it. You might be feeling it. You might have lost someone like I did. You might be still mourning somebody, or maybe you're dealing with sickness, or, we have our days. Sometimes you just got to power through and you have to push through, and then you lean on your faith to know that it's going to end in the way that it's supposed to. And the way it ends sometimes is not necessarily the way we want it to or how we see it, but it's the way it was supposed to be. And I can think of many times Brandy and I prayed on so many things that we wanted to go a certain way and it did not happen. But I'll tell you this, in the end, It was the way that it was supposed to happen. I just didn't see it at the time. I didn't know that I was being prepared. I didn't know that I was supposed to feel this pain before I got to feel the glory. And sometimes it just takes that moment for you to do that. So if you're feeling the pain of, like, not getting the scores you wanted, feeling the pain of maybe not passing those exams like you thought you would, or maybe you're feeling the pain of not retaining this information or going, and understanding it like you thought you would, just remember the pain leads to that glory. You can't get to the glory without the pain. So go through that pain, just get through it, stay the course. Don't be a fool, but you got to stay the course. Learn what you got to learn you, by the way, and then you just keep moving forward, step by step. Forward progress is still progress. However fast or slow it goes, you just keep pushing forward and it will work out. You will get there. Just have the faith. So I always like to do that before the weekend. I want you guys to stay strong. I want you to have that positive energy. I want you to know that whatever you're going through, other people have gone through it. Other people have met up to the challenge, has felt the despair, but did it anyway. But did it anyway. But I have this circumstance, but they did it anyway. I'm this old, but they did it anyway. I'm this tired, but they did it anyway. You will be that person. And I will say the same thing. And they did it anyway. Be the inspiration. Be the inspiration of everyone else's story and your own. They're the team that I root for the most. So go through this weekend, stay consistent, and get after it. So to help you get after it, we're going to go ahead. If you have not joined us for the Kona Academy, if you have not joined us for our paid program, it's not too late for the Academy. A 21-day plan can happen any time of the month, anytime, anywhere. All you got to do is you just got to join us. Scan the QR code, hit the links in the chat. This is Academy. We have just we'll be finishing up the first week of the Academy. And if you'd like to join in on it, guess what, guys? This weekend, this Saturday, we will have a way for you to catch up. We will have at least about a good 4.5 hours to 5 hours worth of videos, and you can catch up because Tuesday of next week is when we get back on schedule on March 12th on Tuesday.
Yes.
Somebody's birthday's on March 12th. I won't say who. Oh, no. I'm a June 29th person.
It's not.
Somebody else is on March 12th on Tuesday.
Kona.
I'm just going to leave it there.
Kona.
But anywho, you can catch up, got plenty of time, and make that happen. So that way you guys can join in on the content as we start up for week 2. Going into next week, we will have new codes for that, new Zoom codes as we change it up every week for the Academy. So make sure to pay attention to that reminder on Monday. We'll have more about that on Monday, but it's plenty of time to get on there. It's plenty of time to get through it. We got study guides available, the ebooks, they're ebooks. You can print them out. The SIE is special because if you're a member, it does have video explanations that do play. It is interactive, as the kids say. And we also have the Kona community and the message board, which is free. And you can also find us on Instagram, Telegram, YouTube, Discord, Patreon. It's all for the taking. Go ahead and just scan the QR code, hit the link, and then my number is 951-290-3077. And I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Like I said, the reminder for tomorrow, week 1, we got that going on. 9:30 a.m. for the SIE, and we end at 1 p.m. Series 63.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
I know there was another slide that you were going to add, but I forgot to give it to you.
Thank
that was
you.
my fault.
Okay, so that was my fault.
It was my fault, but not for,
All right. So, okay. Let's do it.
We were busy. We have a new addition to the family, Spanky. As Michelle called it, we're going to keep the dog. So
I ordered him new beds.
Yeah. Brandy heard a conversation about him sleeping outside and being outside, and she's like, no, he's not going anywhere then. I'm just going to keep him. He's an inside dog. He stays with me all day long.
He's 10 years old.
So she's like, no senior citizens going outside on my watch.
That's right.
So anyways. get back to it. Series 6, Studying Brew. Here we go. Content, techniques, strategies for 6 different exams. Brandy's going to load them up. We're going to knock them down. It's going to be great. We need you to take those notes. Pay attention to how she's taking these questions and breaking them down. This is what you want to do in your own quizzes and exams. Take advantage of this free, right? We got the paid. Monday, we will be doing some more in-depth kind of learning for all you members. And at any time, you guys can always go back into the collections, look at test taking techniques. We have hundreds and hours of on how to do this and techniques and OMs and all this stuff at your taking. All you got to do is go look for that in the test taking techniques in the option in the collections over on Patreon. So tonight, for all the people for the free, and by the way, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe. Pass the word, notifications. I love the fact that we had quite a bit of more subscribers this last month. But yeah, let people know we do this for free. And if you're on here, subscribe. We appreciate it. Want to get some of that YouTube money? You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah. If you don't want to pay, that's fine. Let's
cool.
let's get YouTube to pay.
Yeah.
Hey. All right. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. So I know what you guys are thinking already. Log positions. There's so many things happening on the screen right now. So we're gonna look at it. We're just gonna take it one answer choice at a time, right? Okay, so I have a long position now today. Guys, so Monday we answer questions with absolutely no securities content. Tuesday we answer questions with absolutely no securities content. And on Thursdays we answer questions with basic securities content. Does that make sense? Okay. So a long position means I purchased ED because you can't be in a position until you got ever. I mean, what the heck? You can't be in a position until you got into that position.
Right.
Right? Okay. A closing transaction, well, it's the end, right? Or you know what I mean? A bearish position, which means I think the price is going down. And a limited risk position, I'm going to say, I agree with you, Sally. Never heard of it. A limited risk position, I'm just going to say maybe it's a little bit conservative, only going based on the words limited risk.
Right.
But honestly, NHO, never heard of.
Sometimes you just got to go with that never heard of in a good way or a bad way. I don't know.
Exactly. So let's look at the question. I'm going to get a different color here. Let's look at the question. And it says, an investor sold stock. So you guys are probably thinking, oh, they sold it. It's a closing transaction. Well, it's obviously not a purchase because she sold it, right? So she sold it, so it's not a purchase.
Right.
We're just crossing that off because that makes no sense, right? And then it says a stock not currently owned. So if
it's gone,
how can I sell something that I didn't own, which means it's not closing?
No.
It just means by process of elimination.
Without knowing anything.
Boom.
But do you guys see that how it wasn't a closing transaction just because we don't own it?
Well, it's not a closing.
It's not currently owned
because it's they sold it first.
They sold it and it's not currently owned.
First. So it can't be closed. This equals opening.
By the way, I read the comments in the chat, and also prayers for John's little boy. I just got back from urgent care, so prayers for healing prayers for his family as well.
Yes. All right. Well, that font looks different. All right. So I got buy.
There's also no A, B, C, D, or anything. What's going on there?
So I got buy.
Is this a naked question?
Oh, is there an A, B? Oh, yeah, there is. I got a buy and hold. So I'm going to buy it and wait. Right? Indexing simply just means copying. Portfolio rebalancing means as the market does this, I'm changing my securities to kind of balance out. And then a sector rotation simply means, well, the word, oops, I don't know why I changed my color. I thought I was changing my topic. Hold on. Rotation means I'm going I'm bringing one in, I'm putting one out. I'm bringing one in, I'm rotating. Like what some people do not in Southern California. There's winter clothes and there's summer clothes, right? And people
What
on
you
the
talking about? I put my shorts and my pants in the
oh, that's right,
drawer.
he does.
I do that.
I literally wear
Brandy
the
makes
same
fun of me.
thing.
She thinks I'm so old because I rotate my shorts out of the drawer and then I put them in the front and then I put the pants in the drawer.
First
You
of
know, it's
all,
the summer.
who's got time for that?
How hard is that?
Secondly, who even gives it enough forethought to do that? I literally wear the same thing all year round.
I don't. I don't have pale legs.
So sector means like industry. Okay.
I let them brown legs shine in the summer.
And honestly, guys, I feel like if I'm looking at buy and hold, buy and wait, that's common
Yeah,
knowledge, right?
right.
Indexing is probably the only thing that you really need securities knowledge for. Portfolio rebalancing, guys, we rebalance based on the market. That's again not
We hit some volatility, whoops, and now we need to rebalance the tire.
yeah, like I started to get wobbly, so I need to rebalance. That I don't think again that's securities vocabulary. And then sector rotation may well, have you guys ever heard of
Rotating the tires.
sector 7? Sector 7.
I'm going with rotating the tires.
Well, yeah, but that's rotation, right? Sector is a thing. It's like a certain section. Sector, section,
Yeah,
right?
rotating from front to rear, rear to front.
There you go. So let's look at the question. By the way, somebody sent me this and I'm like, we're using this tonight. This is awesome. Each of the following portfolio strategies follow an efficient market except. So, what the heck is an efficient market? So, guys, do you guys know when you guys open up your Map app,
Okay.
it usually gives you your fastest, it gives you your less turns, and I like to say it gives you like your scenic route, right? It gives you the longest.
Right. Sometimes I like to take a drive on a Sunday. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, guys, you would think immediately that efficient means fastest.
No, not necessarily.
No,
It would be less turns.
exactly. Okay, guys, efficient, less turns, except, guys, which on here is the opposite of less turns?
Well, can we do process of elimination?
Yeah, we can.
Rotation. Rotation has a lot of turns.
Exactly. That's what I want because see, it's an except. Efficient is less turns. What's not less turns?
I mean, I'm sorry. Rotation has more turns.
Right.
I said less.
Yeah.
More. You're constantly rotating it.
There you go. And guess what, guys? Sorry. Hold on. Let me do my links. I'm looking for the except less turns. So I'm looking for more turns. There you go. I said it out loud, but here's the visual.
Yeah. If you constantly have to rotate stuff all the time, that's not very efficient. If I can just chill and kick back, watch the hockey game, I don't even care what's going on because it's that efficient. My funds are being moved around that efficient, or my portfolio is that efficient that it doesn't matter if it goes up, down, it doesn't matter. Like we all weather. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what the weather is outside. We're good.
It's like just buying
Convertible pants where it's pants and shorts at the same time. No, I'm just kidding.
jeans. You can wear those 24/7.
I'm so glad that fad wore out. I'm so glad.
The zipper pants.
Yes. No adult should be unzipping their pants, making them shorts and then converting them back.
All right.
Weird.
Yeah. All right. Call options. I'm just going to draw my arrow up. Stock futures contract. Well, this is very generic. It's just stock, right? It's just stock. So it's generic. It's just stock. What stock? Are we buying? Are we selling? I don't know. It's just stock. It's generic. Equity indexed annuity. Well, there we go. That's an annuity. That's a income for life. Income for life. And then put option is the down arrow. So those are going to be my opposite, right?
Then we just read the question and see if it's talking about a market up or down, right?
An agreement to buy or sell a specific quantity of stock at a predetermined time and a place is referred to as a. Can I ask you guys something? It says buy or sell. Call is specific. Specific. A
This is
put,
where the content comes in.
no, not necessarily. I didn't say buy or sell there. I just said it's specific. I'm telling you it's a call option. I'm telling you it's a put option. But what the heck is a stock futures contract? Exactly, stock. You can buy or sell. B doesn't say anything specific. It just says it's a futures contract.
Right.
That's it. That's our answer.
There you go.
Because you guys see how
So it wasn't the opposite.
the one time it wasn't the opposite. It's like the one time it's not the opposite. But see what happens, guys? This is what happens. You guys will send me a quiz question and you'll say the technique didn't work. And we always tell you guys, it's not 100% of the time. You still got to look at the question just to make sure. Does that make sense?
Yeah. We had a question on the last one. Is rebalancing, doesn't that require movement?
The question wasn't what doesn't require movement. The question was what's not efficient.
Right. But isn't there just movement in rebalancing it?
You're reading way too much into it.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Rotating
Is way more
not
movement
efficient than it is to rebalance.
Look, maybe,
Rebalancing is
look,
just going.
I'll simplify it. Rebalancing and rotation. Rebalancing is just an adjustment, a tiny adjustment, right? It does have movement, but not as much movement as a full-on rotation of stuff. I'm taking stuff and I'm rotating it out. That's way more. So in this case, you want to pick the one that's way more movement and way more not efficient. So you always want to pick the one that's the biggest evil, I guess you want to say, the biggest.
If I'm going to use my mapping analogy, the fastest less turned scenic route, this would be the scenic route. Indexing would be the fastest. And rebalancing would be in between. Like it would just be the fastest.
Well, it's usually fast and then fastest. Yeah.
There you go. Fast.
Yeah. Marita got it.
Got it. Cool. Right. There you go. Ba-ba-da-bum. In between.
Good question.
All right. Every 2 years.
Yeah.
December 31st.
I'm going to say this sounds like renewals.
Oh. At the end of the broker dealer's fiscal year, 1 year from the effective date of the registration. B has the number.
B does have the number.
B has the number. Now don't say
1 year
Do you see how 2
and 1
and
or
1
wrote
are
out?
written out?
Yes.
Right.
I was already there.
Yeah. Under the Uniform Securities Act, when is a registered broker-dealer required to renew its registration?
December 31st. It's just one of those things you got to remember, guys. That's content. What if I just passed my exam on the 30th and I registered on the 30th? December 31st.
Every 2 years is, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. At the end of the fiscal year, no. 1 year from effective date of registration.
That's why you guys need to pass your exams and get fully licensed now. See?
Yeah. Time in the market.
You gotta be like John timed his perfectly. I'm gonna pass on January 1st.
Yeah. Boom, done. All right.
He's like, I got 12 months to pay that.
That's right.
Aha.
Recommending for a client, providing a client, telling a client, providing a client. Bum, 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 bum. The other thing is I've got a list of mutual funds having the lowest expense ratios. And then I have a list of mutual funds for her retirement account. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is for her. This is
specific pronoun there.
Yes, this is for a person.
Right.
Right. This is just a list.
Recommending makes sense to me. That's what you said.
Okay. Side note, I don't normally, but let's look at real quick A and C. Recommending for a client. So that is a person.
Mhm.
And then telling a client specific stock, right?
Yeah, and then the hers in A and C as well.
Okay. Now I know B says providing a client, but this is a specific stock. That's a specific security. That's a specific stock, and this is a recommended list of mutual funds. This simply just has a list. Watch. Under the Uniform Securities Act, which of the following activities of an investment advisor is considered impersonal?
So not personal at all. So pronouns are not necessary.
So it's not personal. That's why this is just a
It's just a list.
it's just a list.
Nothing personal about it. No hers needed.
Yep. It's just a list. It's just a list saying, "Hey, you want a list of the ones that are the cheapest? Here you go." Got it. T notes. ETFs, Roth IRAs, non-qualified annuities. Check it out. It's got 3.
3 words.
Very nice. Right? I don't know what this question is about. Just gonna look. Boom, boom. Which investments have the most liquidity risk?
So the risk of not being able to become liquid. It can't be turned into liquid cash. I would say it would have to be annuities of some sort, right? Because those always have like some sort of like term, like a contract. You have to have it for 7 years before you do it without a surrender. Yeah, the surrender period. There you go. That's the
Like,
thing.
yeah, but I like what you said though. Term, same difference, same difference. He got the concept. You got to keep it there for a minute without a penalty. You know what I mean? I like how Tim put not.
Well, and I was on the Studying Brew the other night, and you said ETFs are they're a fund that are easily what do you call them, redeemed.
Mhm.
You just got to sell them and they're redeemed. I guess. I don't know.
T notes,
T notes is
easy.
in there too.
They're pretty safe, so they're easy to sell. And then Roth IRAs, I mean, that's not even a security technically, it's an account.
So that doesn't really count. So out of all of them, would have to be D.
But I put easy to tell.
Sell.
That was it.
Easy to ill.
Well, easy to tell.
But annuities, I just always, it's a surrender, right? You have to have it for a certain amount. The annuities are trying to get the client income for life.
Yeah. So guys, if they're gonna protect you for, if they're gonna give you income for life, even if you run out of money, the least you could do is keep that thing there for the next 7 to 10 years. I think that's a fair trade-off.
Or not, you're going to pay a penalty
Exactly.
in the penalty box for you.
That's right. Get out.
That's the way it goes. My hockey references. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. And just remember, you got to keep the faith, keep that positive mental attitude as we go into the weekend. Make sure to stay consistent, do those quizzes, do those videos, do that content, whatever it is, make sure you get it done and get it done early if you have to on a busy day, but just get it done. Every day, Brandy?
Yes, every day. Every day. Every day.
Every day?
Eh, without a doubt. Every day.
Even on Sunday.
Sunday.
Even on Sunday. So make sure to get it all done, guys. We will see members tomorrow. We'll be back for everyone else on Monday. All I gotta say is stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. And keep that positive mental attitude. PMA. Everybody have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super appreciate you guys. Don't forget to practice techniques and keywords in your quizzes tonight and through the weekend. We will see you guys next time. Great one.